What is up, AO Sports? Today we're going to talk about Kobe Bryant. This is part 2. I'll leave part 1 a link in the description, but we're just going to talk about his career basically. And if you haven't seen part 1, go ahead and watch that. But for now, let's get into this video. The 2010 Lakers had Kobe Bryant, Derek Fisher, Pau Gasol, Metta World Peace. All those players. And Powell averaged 18 points per game, so that was major help, while Kobe averaged 27 points, 5 assists, and 5.4 rebounds. The Lakers' record that season was 57-25. They basically blew past the West until they made it to the finals in a 7-game series against the Boston Celtics, which ended up winning none other than the Los Angeles Lakers. Yes, I know it hurts me really badly right now, but Kobe then, at the age of 32, the 2010 and the 2011 season, averaged 25 points, 4.7 assists, 5.1 rebounds. The Lakers' record was once again that season 57-25, but this time no ring to carry it out. Losing to the Mavs in a sweep series in the semifinals, Kobe, the 2010 finals win was his last. But doesn't mean he was a fluke or anything like that, because he still, even in the 2011 and 2012, averaged 28 points, 4.6 assists, and 4.3 rebounds, and Pau Gasol averaged 17. Kobe was absolutely the most hardworking player I've ever seen. He might have had Shaq in the beginning of his career, Powell midway, but the 81-point game, the 30-point averages, the MVP, the All-Star teams, and all of those accolades and awards, that was all Kobe himself. Now, to continue, in the 2011 and 2012, they made it to the semifinals, but lost to OKC, the team that made it to the finals, which, by the way, that same year before, against the Mavs that they lost to the sweep, yeah, that was the same Mavs that beat the Miami Heat in the finals. And both of those teams that beat the Lakers actually made it to the finals. So if you really think about it, it wasn't that the teams that he went against were bad teams, because those were the teams that, once again, made it to the finals. So Kobe, you might say, was carried or whatever it may be, but honestly, I don't actually believe that. I actually believe that LeBron James himself has had better teammates than Kobe Bryant. That is just my opinion. That's what I think, because Kobe has never had either than, Shaquille O'Neal in the beginning of his career. It's not like if he had him for multiple years. He never had anybody such as, like, for example, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh. He never had somebody such as Anthony Davis, Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving. These type of players around him. And most of the time, the players that he had were always at the end of their career or such thing like that. I think that Kobe should be getting more respect. I think that Kobe should be getting basically more recognized. I mean, Kobe's in my top 5 all time, but most people don't even have him in their top 10, which I really don't see why you wouldn't put Kobe in your top 10 at all. Kobe Bryant, I think, deserves, as I said, more respect, because it's not just about the stats itself or just about the awards and all sorts of these things. Because look at the thing. If we really go by stats and awards and all these sorts of things, then not even LeBron is in the conversation. Not even Michael Jordan is in the conversation. If we're going by stats, wins, and all these sorts of things, then the conversation is in between Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and Bill Russell. Then there's nobody else in that conversation. But yet, we talk about Michael Jordan, we talk about LeBron James, talk about Kobe Bryant. Nobody really talks about Kobe Bryant when it comes to the GOAT conversation, but I think that he actually should be in the GOAT conversation. Obviously, a Hall of Famer. but it's like he's not being recognized in that sort of way because Kobe didn't have five, six, three MVPs. Even though I think he should have had three MVPs or at least two, because I think that one, at least one of them was for sure 100% stolen from him when Steve Nash won back to back, just because of his seeding in his teams. So basically, that's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Let me know. Do you think I'm right on that? Do you think I'm wrong? Just basically let me know in the comment section below. Part 3 will be coming up. I wanted to separate, part 1, part 2, and part 3 into sections, and I will explain it into the next video. The part 3 is going to be the last part, so stick to that. And also don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, guys, love sports.
Come on, come on, come on, come on. So you can't be average and be a legend. That's why I need you to work on legendary stat. You can't be good and be a legend. You can't be a good person and be a legend. You can't be great really and be a legend. You got to be phenomenal. I want you to push for legend.